In today's video, we're going to be building this delightful, reclaimed, pressure-treated outdoor garden bench. This bench is 51 inches long, 14 and a quarter inches deep, and 18 and a quarter inches tall. It's been distressed. I exposed the grain to make this rustic bench project. I got everything cut to length. I'm going to give you a cut list and a real quick rundown on how this is going to go together, and then we're going to go inside and put this together. 1.5 inches. There you have your line. Then cut it off. Use this to square up my cut. I'm going to cut a 30-degree chamfer on this just for decoration. Just like when I cut these pieces, I'm going to cut the same bevel, 30 degrees, on this. These are going to go under the bench. You'll see it in a little bit. Both of these pieces are 14 inches long. This is 6.5 inches by 3 3/4. There's 2 of these, 4 legs that are just plain old 2x6s. This is all reclaimed pressure treated wood from a temporary structure that had been up for about 2 years. So these are 2x6s, 16 3/4 long. I cut a taper on them. They're going to go together like this, with this piece in between. This angle is not critical. Pick your angle based on how you want to do it. I showed you earlier how I cut that off with a circular saw. This is what your end bench section is going to look like right here. 14 inches, 16 3/4 of an inch, plain old pressure treated 2x6. This is how we're going to put it together underneath. There's 2 of these, obviously. This is 14 inches, 30-degree bevel. Then we just discussed these 2. We can work out the bracing together. I don't know how long I'm going to cut that yet, but essentially this is how it's going to look from the bottom side of the bench. And this is 14 inches, and you'll see how that's going to go right there. Same thing, 30-degree taper. Now here's the cool part. This is how this is going to look from the top. This is going to go across here. There's the end view. And yes, that is an old Iron City beer can with the 1975 Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, I got everything in place. Everything's laying in here square, so I'm just going to disassemble and glue this and clamp it. And after I get everything out of the clamps, this goes on the outside. I'll screw through these, add some more to this. We'll go from there. I put 3 screws in the bottom edge down there that are going to be hidden by that cover end piece. Well, I got to tell you, at times working with big box store dimensional lumber can be challenging. There were some twists. I had to double check, triple check. Hopefully this comes out square, but I wanted to mention this so that if you decide to take this project on, you got to double check your work and make sure that everything is plumb and square. And you know, if you have any twists, warped, slightly bowed wood, it's going to present some challenges. I didn't run this through my planer. I have a planer, but I didn't run any of this through there because I wanted somebody to be able to build this that doesn't have a planer. That is going to look good. I'm going to glue and clamp this overnight. I'm attaching end caps with glue and decking screws from the underside. Here's your pre-finished garden bench. In our next episode, we're going to finish the surface and add the undercarriage bracing. Check below.